Yes, people, how's it going? Welcome back to Lily White Lane. Tottenham won, West Ham won. A lot to discuss in that game. There's a lot to delve into, a lot to dissect, but, at the end of the day, it's a point away at the London Stadium. It was a very, very poor performance, but it's a point away at a stadium we notoriously struggle at. And no matter the performances, we've started this season off. We've drew 2 games against West Ham and Chelsea away. We're still undefeated 5 games in. And we've won 3 against a decent Southampton side that went on to beat Chelsea. A decent enough Wolves team this season, which is struggling a bit now but are hard to break down. And 3 points against a decent enough Forest team who got smashed tonight by City and Erling Haaland. But look, let's start off with that. But the first thing I want to delve into tonight, now there's a lot to talk about. The referee, the foul throw, the pure and utter bias towards West Ham with the blatant handball decision. I can't get my head around that. I can't get my head around why the throw-in wasn't checked for a foul throw. That wouldn't be allowed in an under-10s game. But I want to start things off by talking about Sonny. What is going on with Son? Seriously, what is going on with him? Our most prolific goal scorer, our main man, last season really turned it on for us. Yet that's 5 games this season where he has been utter dross. 5 of the worst performances I have ever seen him play in a Spurs shirt, and I can't get my head around why he's playing like this. He's not making the runs he normally does down the wings with a pace. So Kane's not able to link up with him. I don't know why he's doing that. He's always playing with his back to goal constantly. And unless he's been told to do that, which I highly doubt, it's clear that he's lacking confidence. I mean, is something going on with his family or something? Because I can't get my head around why our best player last season, our most on-form player, has had 5 performances which are League One level, if you're lucky. In the Spurs side, he's been our worst player all 5 of these games. And what is going on with him? This season, everyone's like, yeah, Son will step up. Kane's been the one who stepped up this season. Son hasn't at all. Not at all this season. And I don't understand why. I really don't. It's so frustrating because we all love him. He's such a likeable guy. But the last few games, he's looked lazy, tired, pathetic. Just not his normal self. Not the reason we love Sonny. And it's so frustrating to watch. So frustrating to watch. It's painful as a Spurs fan. And like I say, please someone let me know. Is something going on with him in the military for career? Is something going on with his family? Has a family member passed away? What's affecting him? What's making him play this way all of a sudden? It's not normal. I can't understand it. I mean, as soon as he gets that first goal, I'm sure he'll be off and running and he'll have that confidence. But I think he knows he's playing bad and that's not helping him at all. And he's not helping the team out at all. But look, I'm not one to normally criticise Conte. He's normally bottom of my list to criticise. But why he's consistently playing Son when he's blatantly on a bad run of form and choosing him over Richarlison, who for the games he's come in for has been our best player. Pretty much secured the 3 points last week at Forest when they were getting into it. Stepped up against Chelsea and was really the reason we got that equaliser. We looked down and out and he came on and really made an impact, showed some aggression, showed some attacking threat, Against Wolves starting to take advantage of that game. And even today, he came on straight away, made a couple runs, created a couple chances that we could have scored from. Created that Kane chance, a couple through balls. But, why did we bring him on today for Kulusevski, who was arguably one of our best players in the game? And it's another thing of Son, the amount of balls Kulusevski put into the middle that Son normally is there. Kulu was one of our best players on the pitch, yet we take him off today. Instead of taking off Son, who was one of our worst. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And look, Richarlison, he has to start the next game and not over Kulusevski, over Heung-min Son. Because the impact he makes on the team, as I say, the aggression and how badly he wants that place. And not only will that benefit Richarlison, not only will he think, right, I've got to start, I've got a point to prove it, properly get myself into this team. Heung-min Son will think, hang on a minute, I've got competition like I've never had before in this team. He might come off the bench, he might step up, It works well for both parties, but at the minute, Son needs to be dropped. Needs to be dropped out of the team. You know, just keeping him in the team because, he can produce a magic moment. Well, he hasn't. He's had 5 games to do that, and he hasn't. The amount of chances he's had, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the second thing that's ridiculous today, yes, our performance wasn't good. Yes, we had a couple decent spells. Yes, our defence looked slow, but we deserved to win that game, and the only reason we didn't is because of VAR and the referee. You say VAR's checking everything. Why aren't they checking that for a foul throw? Why isn't the referee pulling that back? It's a blatant foul throw. He literally throws it from there, from the top of his head, not the back of it, over it. It's a blatant foul throw. Yet it's not given. I don't know why. It just feels like they wanted West Ham to do something. Cresswell, they're going, I think he heads it. Yes, he does head it. He heads it onto his own hand. It's blatant when you see the other side of the angle. It's like, okay, he makes the header. It makes contact with his hand after that. It's a blatant penalty. It's not given. I don't understand the decisions in this game. I really don't. The referee cost us this game. It was one of the reasons why we didn't go on to take all 3 points. Because it would have been another one of those, if it wasn't for those stupid decisions to let that goal stand, it would have been another one of those, a poor performance but a win. And we'd still have 3 points right now, and we'd be on 13, and we'd be closer to Manchester City and the bloody scum, Woolwich, who are top of the bloody table. You know, and yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why that wasn't pulled back or even debated or looked at for a foul throw. I don't get the referee. Another player who I didn't get today, Lloris and Sanchez. Both of them, it's so poor every time, and especially in the second half. For the last 20 minutes in the second half, we were keeping a lot of the ball, and as soon as we got up the pitch, as soon as the ball got to Kulusevski or Richarlison or Kane had a good performance today, but as soon as it got to those 3, we'd look like threatening the goal. But at the back, you know, every time, Lloris to Sanchez to Dyer to Lloris to Sanchez, because the thing is with Sanchez, he's so unconfident still. Yes, we've had these amount of minutes, which has now gone to pot, where we haven't conceded with him. And people go, that means something. It really doesn't. It doesn't mean something. The guy's so unconfident. He looks shaky every time he's on the ball. And he's not brave enough to make a forward pass. Basuma wasn't in the first half, but he stepped up in the second. Sanchez the whole way through, always playing that sideways pass and backwards pass to Lloris. Lloris always playing the diagonal ball up the pitch, which is shocking. You know, it's just a really frustrating one. But then again, you have to look at the positives. Richarlison needs to start the best game. He looks to be a really, really good signing for us. I think Kane is stepping up big time this season. Got us that first goal with his ball in. You know, we've had two of our toughest away games statistically and by history, in Chelsea away and West Ham away. And we've taken a point out of each and won the rest of our games. So, at the end of the day, it's not a bad start to the season. We need to pick up our performance levels. Will Spurs get any business done tomorrow? Potentially a Dan James. I wouldn't be fully against that, but it's not good enough by itself. You know, maybe an extra winger. You know, we've got Moore, who's out injured, but a winger to at least look out on the bench and bring a bit of pace later in the game. But why aren't we looking at a centre-back? You look at Chelsea, and although they're in a crisis, they went, okay, they lost last night at Southampton and they've announced Wesley Fofana this morning and Guardiola's here we go. You know, and they don't have any oil money and they've invested this huge amount of money. West Ham bringing in Paqueta and Newgard. We've made some clever signings, and I'm not going to be one of the people who goes Enoch, because fair play to them. Enoch have made some huge signings. They've signed Romero permanently. They've brought in Bissouma and Richarlison and Perisic, who are 3 real decent signings. Spence as well, you know, brought him in. Fraser Forster, backup keeper. We've strengthened in a lot of positions that we needed to. But then, you know, the one position we still need to strengthen in is a centre-back, because you know, people forget as well, it's like, defence is shit. We are missing Romero at the minute, who's a crucial part to how we play out from the back. That's why we look so lost in defence. But we are missing someone to go alongside Romero. Longley, is he injured or something? I don't know why we're really starting him, but why couldn't we be the ones to go out and get Gvardiol, get Bastoni earlier in the window. If we can bring in that Ukrainian centre-back, I know nothing about him, but I trust who Conte wants. And if Conte wants him, same with Dan James, I want to bring them in. So we'll see what happens tomorrow in the transfer window. Will Spurs make a late swoop? I'll be here giving you all the content and all the rumours and latest transfer news. But look, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's been a decent enough window for Spurs, in my opinion. I don't think it's been a shocking window. It's been better than many in the past, and we've brought in players who have made an impact to our team straight away. But look, frustrating one tonight. Should have been 3 points if it wasn't for the referee decisions. We didn't play brilliantly. Look, got that out of the way at home on the weekend to Fulham. Have to move on. Have to show confidence. No point having a massive meltdown on Twitter now and going, eat it and blah, blah, blah. Get behind the boys for the weekend. Get behind the boys. Back them. And hopefully we can continue our undefeated run in this season. Pick up all 3 points at Fulham. But look, thank you for watching this video. At the end of the day, it's not the worst result in the world. It's a point away at West Ham in their cup final and a goal that shouldn't have stood. So look, we'll see what happens on the weekend. Tough game for them. Probably our toughest of the season. They're better form and above Chelsea in the league. They are actually the best team in league terms that we've played this season. So look, we'll see what happens there. Please God, Romero be fit. I can't be doing with Sanchez versus bloody Mitrovic. But look, thank you for watching this video. Take care of yourselves. All the best. God bless. And as always, come on you Spurs. In Conte, we trust.